Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Bound Journals, and I have gotten a lot of questions over the years about how I store my junk journal supplies, my craft supplies, specifically my ephemera, all the loose papers and stickers and all that kind of stuff. And recently I shared a stationery pal haul where I got lots of little stickers and papers, sort of in that vintage style, and I thought I'd share sort of how I store those as well as how I store other supplies. So I've got a few different things to share with you in this video. I'll start off with these clear acrylic drawers. So I've got this 2-drawer set like this, quite a long one, and then I've got this double set of drawers here where they're narrower sets of drawers, but there's 2 of them. And these are just really handy because, you know, they're stacked, they're compact, they don't take up too much space. And this is where I keep things like stickers. I love the transparent stickers and the washi stickers. So all of these I got from Stationery Pal, and I do have a link down below in the description box to Stationery Pal, along with a discount code. So if you see anything you like in this video, a lot of the things I did get from Stationery Pal, and I'll mention what I did get from them. I love the big washi stamps, so I do separate them. I had a question, do I keep them in the packets or do I open them up and separate them? I used to keep them in the packets. I used to keep them in the plastic packet and just stack them up in a container, and then I would rummage through the packets like that. But I like having them out. My rule of thumb is I need to have ease of access, I need to see it, and it needs to be within arm's reach. So the clear drawers meet these criteria because I can see through the clear acrylic drawers. So I can see what I have, I know what I have, I can easily find where things are, and it's easy to get. I just pull out the drawer and I place them near my desk so that I can, you know, I don't have to move from my chair. I can just reach over, open a drawer, pull out what I need. So this one has some labels from various different places. I got all different types of labels in here. I love using label stickers. And then I have over here some items from Stationery Pal. These are all just different kits. Some stickers, they're mixed kits, so they come with some stickers, some tags, and some journal card type things and postcards depending on the kit. So really pretty. I just combined all the kits together into this drawer. And then the bottom drawers, I have some stamps, postage stamps, and then over here, this one is also from Stationery Pal, and I combined some different kits. So we've got things like postcards at the back. These are more textured type of papers, and some florals there. Vintage theme, I love the vintage theme, so you can kind of see the types of things that I like. So that one just slots in there as well. And then I'll show you this set of drawers, very similar. I'll start with the bottom drawer because this has just the more simple items here with my washi, well no, they're transparent flower stickers. These all came from Stationery Pal too. They have like a yellow set, a pink set, a blue and purple set, and I just put them all into one drawer. Great for collage. And then this one, my cat wants to say hello. This one has a bit of a mix of things. So it's got some of my booklets, these types of things. Got one with flowers, one with butterflies. Then I've got other little booklet type things. So little flowers there, and some various stickers. So these ones came from Your Creative Studio. These ones here, these 3. These ones all came from Stationery Pal, and I'll link Your Creative Studio down below as well, because that's those are the places I usually get my small ephemera. So that might be another question. People are wondering, where do you get all these supplies? Stationery Pal, or these ones also came from Your Creative Studio, which is a monthly subscription box. So slot that one in there. So I do have other drawers, but I keep other things besides ephemera in them. But just to show you, I do have another set of drawers where I keep sequins, and this one I keep keys, all my different key charms. So yeah, but I do have a separate video on how I store all my different craft supplies, so feel free to check that one out, and I will try to do an updated one because that was quite old and I've got new methods of storing things along with using some of the old methods. But in this particular video I'm just answering the question of how I store my ephemera in particular, because I get quite a lot of questions about what I do with all those little paper books and all of the stickers and that kind of stuff. I just want to show you as well, quick little look at other acrylic, clear acrylic setups I have. So they come in a whole different range. I love that they kind of match. So this one, again, not really ephemera, but charms and clips, keys, and different tools and things I keep in that one. And then this one has some of my tools as well, inks and stamps and stapler. This one I do keep a bit of ephemera in. It's a bit of a mix. I keep some stickers here and some little die cuts. I believe most of these came from Stationery Pal as well. These ones I cut out myself from Daphne's Diary magazine. These ones came from Your Creative Studio. These ones came from some Happy Mail and some orders, and then I just have some extra goodies for my craft supplies there. So I got all of these acrylic drawers and containers and whatever these are called, trays. I got them all from well, I got the trays from the local cheap shop. It's called Prices Plus. They don't have them anymore. I got these years ago, so they don't have that in stock anymore. But you can definitely find these on, you know, eBay or a Google search, maybe like Kmart, Target, those kinds of places. The drawers I have gotten from Kmart as well, but yeah, the same thing. The drawers can be found on eBay as well. I think sometimes you can search things like makeup storage drawers and just look up the acrylic drawers, that kind of stuff. Super helpful. So the next thing I want to share is this big thing. And then I'll share with you how I store my tags and how I store a few other different bits of ephemera. Maybe I'll do that first because that's quicker. So in terms of like paper scraps, that type of ephemera, I use a box, and I just mix all my paper scraps in this box, and I love doing this. This is something that sits on my desk in front of me, and I reach for it all the time. Whenever I'm doing my journal pages, whenever I'm doing collage, I reach for this all the time. So a little box of paper scraps, vintage box. The vintage box was passed down to me from in our family. I also have another box that I use for like fabric scraps. So the other one's for paper scraps, this one's for lace and trim and little pieces of fabric scraps. So if I ever need a bit of textiles in my collage or page, that's what I will use there. Okay, so getting to this one next. Okay, there's a lot in this one. So I like to use baskets and boxes to store my bigger pieces, and I do like them open so I can see what is here. And I have got a lot. We've got library cards and pockets. We've got my altered library cards. These ones are yet to be altered. I've got paint chips at the back here. I have got wallpaper pockets and piano paper pockets that I've sewn together. But, I mean, yeah, I've got vellum pockets. You could put what I'm trying to show you with this one is you can put all your paper pads, like your little mini paper pads like this. I know lots of people have things like this in small sizes, medium sizes, and larger sizes. So I just store stuff like this here. This one came from Stationery Pal. This one came from Your Creative Studio. And I line them up, so I don't line them flat. I keep them up like this so I can see what I've got. And, you know, I can just rummage through, find what I have. I arrange them by type. The other thing I also have are these containers, which are the same types of containers that I got from Prices Plus, the local cheap shop. The same as, oh, sorry for bumping you. Same as this one. The same as this one. You know, they have all different sizes. Same as this one. I got all of these containers from the same place. So I've just kind of put in 3 or so of these and then arrange them. These have my cards, library cards. These ones have my pockets. The one here also has envelopes. Then this one has my bigger envelopes, the ones that I decorate with napkins. But yeah, you could use these to store larger journal cards, sheets of paper. These ones have my coffee dyed pockets of envelopes. This has my booklets, my little scrap booklets. This one has paper bag, altered paper bags. And then at the back, this is sort of what I used to do. I used to keep things in their little plastic bags that they came in, and I would just stack them like this. So that's another option. I would just stack them all in a row down here. But I found that when I did that, I couldn't see them, and I forgot that I had them. So I've got like 3 plastic bags, and case in point, I haven't used these, you know, there's some Tim Holtz pieces, so I am also hoarding them a little bit. But that's how I used to do it. I used to stack them all in a row and rummage through and look for what I needed. But I like having them in the drawers better and open and in the trays so that I can actually see what I have. And then at the back I've got just some miscellaneous things, papers and stickers, and some rub-ons and diamantes. This one has all my larger envelopes and cards and that kind of thing. And in the corner, again, we have like those paper pieces like these I got from Stationery Pal in a pack. So that just goes here. I've got this smaller one. This one came from Your Creative Studio. They're just loose sheets of vellum and paper. So I just stack those ones there. That's like my paper section right there. So I don't have like an extensive paper selection. I know people's things like this one could extend the whole way through. But yeah, I've got a lot more sort of handmade stuff in this section here. So that's how I store larger papers, envelopes, pockets, cards, that kind of stuff, the booklets. Before I share how I store my tags, I just wanted to share this one too. So this is sort of my special storage unit. This one is for vintage pieces that I love. So these ones I tend to hoard for quite a while. And a lot of these are for personal use, for my personal journals. So I've got my vintage postcards here. I have got some vintage cards and book and receipt book and tea cards and vintage French vocabulary cards, some little vintage booklets and vintage tickets, and finally vintage playing cards. Oh, and I do have some vintage, if I can get it, tally cards as well. These are so cute. I love them. So I've had some of these things for years because I know I'm going to keep them for me, but I just, yeah, I haven't used them yet. But that's how I keep my vintage special pieces, in this 3-compartment letter holder. It also has a drawer here, but I used to keep things in that drawer, but because I can't see what's in there, I would never open it. I would never use it. So I learned, oh well, I won't put anything in there. I need to see everything. That's the only way I use things. All right, moving on to tags. This kind of counts as ephemera, yes, journal cards and tags. So I've shown you how I store my journal cards. This is now how I store my tags. Because I have a lot of them, I have a whole basket just for them. And here's my other method. So I showed you a box method. I also like using baskets. So these baskets I also got from that local cheap shop, Prices Plus, a long time ago. They don't stock them anymore, but they have similar baskets, you know, just plastic baskets, and they come in different sizes. Let me show you. I've got, let's see, this one doesn't have ephemera in it, but I store my small paints in it. So that's a smaller basket. And I've got bigger baskets for A4 sized paper, and yeah, all sorts. I store wallpaper in one of these baskets and pressed flowers. I store lace and ephemera in one of these baskets. Let me show you. Here's another basket the same size, and that's how I store some of my ephemera. Oh, and here's one of those smaller ones too, just to separate them out. So I like to put boxes in boxes or baskets in baskets to make my own compartments, as you saw with the big box. But this one is just for one thing. It doesn't need a compartment separating anything. It's just all tags and, you know, vintage French tags and collage tags and botanical tags, some of my wallpaper tags. I've got some ready to go to make. I like, yeah, like I said, I love doing these in bulk. So that is how I store my tags. I almost need a bigger basket or I need to get onto making some journals so I can actually use these things. And I've showed videos of this storage method in the past and how I make my tags as well. So if you're interested in how I make these, you can always just use the search function on my channel page and type in tags or storage, and things will come up. So yeah, but if you didn't see what you wanted to see here, and you still have questions, feel free to leave a comment or email me. All the information is down below in the description box. And if you have any other requests or what you'd like to see, I love meeting your requests. So yeah, I got a lot of questions about how I store my ephemera. Really hoping that this video helped with that. And if you want to see like where I place things around my desk and how I store it in my room, yeah, check out that craft room tour. You'll see where all these things are. I go sort of in detail what's in each area. But I do plan to do an updated craft room tour as well and share, you know, where I place these, because yeah, I've shown how I store them, but you might be like, but where is the space for all this stuff? And then yeah, I kind of want to do, like I said, an updated video of storage methods for like my washi tape and my pens, my paints, my brushes, my stamps and other things like that. So I'll get on to that eventually. I just need to tidy my room. I like to declutter as I go and make journals as I go, so it can be a long process. But yeah, hope that was helpful. Let me know what your favorite storage method was, or what are your own storage methods. I do find that storage and organization is definitely key in my junk journal making, in my creativity, and in my small business. I do need to, like I said, be able to see what I have. It needs to be within arm's reach and easy to access. So with those three things, I use stuff. If it doesn't meet those three things, I tend to just not use it at all. The other thing I will mention is I be selective. So I've only got limited space. My studio is my bedroom, and I don't have much space at all for the two together. So my workspace kind of drowns out my personal bedroom space, which is totally fine because I love crafting and creating and that kind of stuff. But I do have to share it with my personal space as well, you know, with my bookcase and my own artwork and all that kind of stuff. So all to say, I have to be selective in the things that I let come into my room, that I let come into my space, and I'm constantly decluttering. It isn't like, oh, I'm going to declutter. It's all year round I am decluttering constantly. And when I get things in, I have to declutter to make room for them. So I'm very selective, and I'm only getting things that I love. You know, I'm only getting things that I know I could use. And if I can't use it, I pass it on. I put it into the Beyond Blue mystery packs, where I send it as a freebie or as a happy mail. So I'm very selective now. When I first started junk journals, I took in everything. I was just like, give me everything. I went to the op shops and I was like, give me everything. I'll buy every single type of book there is. And I had a very, very eclectic supply set when I first started junk journals, because I started from basically nothing. But over the years, I don't just get anything and everything now, and I don't just keep anything and everything. I only get the things I love, and that took time. That did take time to know what I loved. I've narrowed it down pretty much to just vintage and botanical and French. So it makes it very easy then to be able to know what to let come into my space and know what I need to pass on. Anyway, so those are my little tips for storage and organization. Hope it was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in December. If you would like to support me in the month of January, I would be so ever grateful. Becoming a patron gets you access to extra videos, including my monthly journal series where I make a journal from start to finish each month. The Ruby tier gets you access to every single digital kit from my Etsy, as well as a new kit each month. And there's different tiers. There's some mail tiers and a journal tier as well, so feel free to check those out. If you'd like to take any of my courses, those are down below in the description box as well, and all the links and places to find me are down there too.